Everyone, it's the Grim Lord here, and this is Grim's Comic Corner trying something different with Barbarella. It's gotten too late for me to read The Boys. I still may get to it tomorrow. I'm not sure. It just depends. We might do Spawn. I really haven't done Spawn in a while. I can give you more Boys. I don't know, maybe we'll get back to that in November because it's going to be October, and October is, of course, all horror comics. Got so many of them. So we'll get back with the boys probably around November. So that was about the first 5 volumes. We'll see. Maybe I can make it up and do it again in some other format. But it takes a while to read those long ones. For now, we've got Barbarella here, and that should be interesting, right? Barbarella is an old. I actually have this on DVD. It's one of Grant Morrison's favorite films, and it's a really good one. Hot woman, and there's a lot more to it, in space. It's really good. I love the original film, so definitely go check it out. Volume 1, Red Hot Gospel. Written by, Mike Carey. Mike Carey, for those of you who didn't know, he wrote Lucifer. Yes, the original series. He wrote The Unwritten, which is very, very good. And he's written a lot of other things, but those are some of his most notable. The Lucifer series that was adapted, of course, by Fox into a mystery thing. It was like a CSI. That's not at all what Lucifer is about. And The Unwritten is very good, but I don't think we'll ever get it adapted. Yep, John Claude Forrest. Okay. Just 1 to 4, that's all this one is. And I don't have any more, so, don't ask. Could always get some more, though, I guess. Look at that. Amazing cover. Blink, 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 blink. With humble joy, Commander, I make my report. Those are Terran ships, configuration and purpose unknown. Thank you, First Officer Piety. Tell the gunnery deacons they may fire at will. Yes, sir? Sir? Or him, sir, rather. Number 237. We labor in the vineyards of the seven. Oh, we labor in the vineyards of the seven. We are workers in the service of the light. We dedicate our body strength to heaven, are freely given total what is right. The word is all the truth, the way, the fire, that pours his blessed bounty from above, to purge away the foul weeds of desire, and fill the empty space with godly love. Yeah. Oh, we work to build a garden in the barren, blasted wasteland of man's soul. Never waken, never falter, never pardon. For the seven bless our tools and let our goal. Bless, rather. We will take the scythe and sword to unbelievers with a might and will that cannot be withstood. And when we die, the seven will receive us at the never-ending banquet of the good. The enemy is vanquished, sir. Loud hosannas. Wait, another vessel has just materialized, 7 units out. That doesn't look like a Terran ship, but then a spy would know to disguise himself. Bring the stranger into hold 4 and ready a boarding party. Bip, 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 point, blip. Beamers at armor-piercing strength. There's no telling what's in there. Aye, sir, loud hosannas. Cut through the hull, Deacon Zeft. But carefully, we don't want to risk... All this hardware in my account? I'm overwhelmed. Now, does anyone here have a Whibley quarter wrench? Who are you? I'm Barbarella. And what are you doing in Combat Zone 17? Answer me! My null D regulator failed me, and I dropped into a normal space to find myself in a debris field. None of the wreckage was organic, so you were fighting unmanned drones, but still. You gentlemen appear to have had yourselves a time, all things considered. Preben Galaxifar, search this woman's ship from stem to stern. Itemize its contents down to the last dust mote. There's really no need for scanning, sir. Ship is clean, preceding the full body scan and their sevenfold name. No weapons or comms tech carried or embedded. Ping, ping, ping. No proscribed artifacts or... I'm not sure I appreciate this level of scrutiny. Ping! Oh, 3 times 2 plus 1, sir. She's carrying contraband. Bio-contraband. She has a... Belay that word, Preben. Bio-contraband? What does that even mean? Oh, excuse me. She said bio-contraband. What does that even... Notify the consistory court. Scramble a shuttle. Take her planetside. Let the gods decide her fate. Light shuttle aspirants to ground defenses. Please allow free passage. We bring a harlot and a bio-smuggler to stand trial. Harlot? Smuggler? If you're so sure of the outcome, why bother with a trial? Praise their names, praise their names, praise their names, praise their names. I can't hear you, harlot. Praise their names, praise their names. Their names, praise their names, praise their names. You are clear to land, aspirants. Sevenfold blessings over. Obey, submit, find peace. Only the word can set you free. You belong to the 7. Don't mess with their property. Warfare is prayer. Enlist the Perosian army. State your name. Barbarella. Barbarella, you stand accused of bio-smuggling and harlotry. How do you plead? How can I enter a plea when I don't even understand the charge? Deacon, have you suitable ammunition? A sermon, Holiness? Not that. An explanation for the laity of Commandment 289-73. Yes, Holiness. Oh! Greetings. This holy missive is being beamed directly to your sensorium by Conceptual Rifle PTX NF3 I1G. Okay. Please like this content if it brings you grace or enlightenment. Since desire is the foremost root of sin, and since the body's urges put the soul in peril, it has seemed pleasing to Mother Church to amend the body for the soul's sweet sake. For the development of sex cell harvesting and industrial capacity of nutri-wombs, the act of physical love became obsolete. Consequently, the removal of desire became a practical goal. This was achieved by the removal of the organs that embody and channel desire. The rest of the human template, being holy and beautiful, remains unaltered. The offending parts are edited out using painless genetic weave technology. You may now enter a plea. A plea? I have a fully functional vagina. That's not a crime. The crime is what you do to your own citizens. Very well. By your own admission, you have attempted to smuggle bio-contraband into the holy ground of Perosia, a heinous sin which admits of no defense in law. My body is my own concern, not yours. It's a concern of the gods and of all right-thinking men. I sentence you to 50 years detention without remission. Holiness, what of the harlot's, anatomy? Her anatomy? Why, take her to the body looms and confiscate it. And then have the loom operator fast and pray for 12 hours. I have the right of free passage under galactic law. Let me go. Praise their names, praise their names, praise their names, praise. Sevenfold blessing, sevenfold blessing, sevenfold blessing. Why is this taking so long? I seldom have to work with adults. It's a challenge to erase and overwrite fully developed organs without damaging the surrounding tissue. She came to me beautiful but flawed. She leaves my hand perfect without blemish. The time I take is justified by the results. Behold! You know I didn't give my consent to this procedure. Your consent was not required. And what are these? Your prison uniform. The loom works on all molecules, not just organic ones. You've stolen part of my birthright. Remade my body against my will. Everything you took from me, I'll be back to reclaim it. One more for the transport. Barbarella, is that even a name? She's an off-worlder. Only just sentenced. Sevenfold blessing. Loud hosannas. What are you in for, Blondie? Smuggling. Sweet. Whatever you were bringing in, I'd like a taste. That would be difficult rather right now, but later perhaps. The gods love you, but your sin keeps you from accepting that love. You'll stay here until you see the light. For most of you, that means forever. Offer up your suffering to the 7. It may be that if you suffer enough, they'll cut you a break, lictors. Put these women to work. Oh, new bloods, right welcome. Good to see you, new bloods. Long may you labor. Why are they so happy to see us? New intake starts at the bottom. Hard, dirty jobs. Everyone else gets bumped up a notch. Equip yourself with goggles, gloves, boots, and a set of knives. Our work involves cutting then? Your work involves many things. Should we pray, do you think? Make it a short one. Anyone who's late on the shift change will get a flogging. Blessed Seven, punish me for my sins of loose and spiteful talk. Break me that you may mend me again. Amen. That's not a healthy attitude, no, but you'll see it a lot. The church shapes these people from the cradle to the grave. Your time is up. You must report for work. Of course. Excuse me. Tanning? Leather jackets for off-world export. Prozio needs the Xeno dollars. Of course. Your first shift is finished. You have 20 minutes to ingest food and expel bodily waste. We are ingesting the food, right? Not that easy to tell. Mortification of the flesh lifts the soul towards heaven. For the next 3 cycles you will dig ditches and fill them in again as an aid to contemplation. You may sing hymns if you wish. Oh, we labor in the vineyards of the seven. Don't make me kill you, little one. Gods, I can't be in this much pain. I don't have that many nerve endings. Stay under the water as long as you can. Your 6 hours of sleep don't start until you're in your cot. How am I going to live through 10 years of this, one day at a time, the same way you've lived through everything else? That's a good way to look at things, but maybe this will help. What is it, a Bible story? Not exactly, no. He pressed his lips to hers. His lean, tan body throbbed against her. She felt her insides melt the sheer animal heat of him. Her inmost self opened at his tender queeting. Is that queeting or questing? No, it's questing, folks. Paging Dr. Heartbreak. She was proof against any man except her best friend's lover. This is forbidden. Yeah, the good stuff. But it's forbidden. You might as well forbid light from traveling in a straight line. That's an intriguing anthology, That's an intriguing analogy, Barbarella. Desire and pleasure aren't things that can be defined for you by others. And yet the church is trying to do exactly that. Because they see desire as something that comes from the body. It isn't. When we love, we do it with our minds, our souls, our whole being. A little surgery can't alter that. Perhaps I need a demonstration. Perhaps I need to be reminded myself, if you'd be so kind. Thank you. My pleasure. In staying on that subject. But how? What? I think I understand. Any part of us can give and receive pleasure, not just the parts the loom takes away. But it's forbidden. Like this? Yes, I think so. And like this, and perhaps here. Yes, there. Very much, but it's... And why would they forbid it, little one, unless they knew we'd be drawn to it? You're not from Perosia, are you, Choir? Call me Jury. No, I'm from Earth. How did you find me out? You said these people, as though you weren't one of them. And I saw a battle in space, a flotilla from Earth against a Perosian fleet. I wondered. That was a decoy strike covering my arrival, and I think the rest of this conversation should be private. Tick, tick, tick. There now. Scrambler activated. We can talk freely. You came to Perosia as a spy? Yes. Excuse me, but their secret police rolled up my network somehow. There are rumors that a planet-busting munition has been developed here on Perosia. I've got to make contact with one of our sleeper cells here to find this thing and destroy it before it can be used against Earth. Come with me, Barbarella. Why would you want me? Surely spies prefer to work alone. You're an enigma, a wild card. I like to play wild cards when they come my way. I'll walk with you a little while at least. I've got business of my own with the Perosian Church. And that bomb sounds like something that needs to be stopped. Barbarella, where are you going? We're escaping, Rolf. You can come with us. You can come with us if you like. But you mustn't. We've got to serve out our penance. I told you, from the cradle to the grave. An hour ago she embraced another woman. That took more courage than she knew she had. She's rebelling at her own pace. Okay, things are about to get hot. The door is alarmed. A second after I blow it, every deacon and lictor in the place will be on top of us. Then don't blow it. Go through the floor. Zzzt. Jury, why are Earth and Perosia at war in the first place? Commandment 438-17. Thou shalt reveal the glory of the seven to those who know them not. A holy war, then? Nothing more? You've met Mother Church. What do you think? We're in luck. The prison's freight bay... Freight. I deal with freight. Come on now. We're in luck. The prison's freight bay is right beyond this wall. If we can get airborne, we have a decent chance. Choir, no deaths. The guards here are all robots. What difference does that make? No deaths. There's always a better way. Sublethal damage it is, then. Head for the shuttle and warm her up. I'll bring up the rear. Wum, 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 wum. Shoom! Vac, but I have to say, vac, your quaint vac morality. Kroom isn't making my life any easier. Can you fly this thing? The anti-grav will take a few seconds to spin up. Quickly, if the big guns target us, we're spit on a griddle. Crow, 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 crow. Light shuttle, sting of conscience, you are not cleared for takeoff. Return to the platform and pray for guidance. Barbarella, that's the cathedral. Don't hit the... Crush! Was that your first act of blasphemy? I don't keep count. Something's following us. Might be the missiles. Razor doves, try to lose them. I can't. They're too fast. Then brace yourself. For what? Let's just say general unpleasantness. Zow, zow, zow. I can't keep her in the air. We'd better get to the... There's no lifeboat. Too small. Force canopy? Chute? Stasis cocoon? There's nothing, but don't worry about it. We'll be dead long before we get to the ground. Part 2. Fall from Grace. Field report. 2776. 093. It should be 27-76-0.93 Agent Jury Choir under level 7 seal. The prison break having been largely unsuccessful, I was falling to my death. My new ally Barbarella, see report 27-13-422 annex, was similarly compromised, but seemed prepared to work around that unwelcome fact. Grab my leg! Ugh! The Razor Dove was now carrying some 270 pounds of extra weight. It began to lose altitude, unfortunately banking to take us to... It began to lose altitude, unfortunately banking to take us back towards the center of the city. I scanned Barbarella when I met her. As per protocol, her body matrix conforms closely to human norms, but there were anomalies. In combat, a Razor Dove's engine cowling heats up to around 100 Celsius. She didn't flinch. And her strength and agility were more than a little surprising given the pain she had to be in, given the lack of time to think and react, and given our situation in the heart of enemy territory. Krish! If not its very soul. Barbarella, are you alright? I've had softer landings, but the glass mostly broke along the lines of the leading. Or the leading, rather. Let me see to that. I've got a med kit in my hollow leg. I'm fine. No, you're not. Or at least only in the obvious sense. What is this place? Another cathedral? A house of penitence. We'd better move out. Time is against us. Is it possible nobody heard that noise? The soundproofing in these places is excellent. Why? This is why. I'm not sure I understand this behavior. It's penance for sin. The robots feel guilt? No, the robots flagellate themselves and the pain is passed via neural conduits to the human end users. It's fully immersive. They won't notice us as we slip by. This is unsettling. You can't stop progress, Barbarella. Even psychotic self-delusion moves with the times. Jury, look, a robing room. Should we? I think we should. Loud hosannas, sisters. Loud hosannas to you, too, loud ones. Deafening. What now? Now I make contact with another cell. My own was wiped out. We need to find somewhere where we can wait for a while without being noticed. Jury, this city is not what I expected. The war has taken its toll. Of course, but horse-drawn wagons, cattle in the streets, these people have starships. Legacy tech. Too many of the scientists turned out to be heretics, atheists, free thinkers. They don't innovate anymore and they don't manufacture. They make do and mend. Cover me. What are you doing? Tooling up. We'll need some local currency and IDs in case we're stopped. I can give you a weapon too, if you want one. Do nuns carry blasters? You'd be surprised. The militant orders see a lot of combat. Hold still. There. Thank you. If you're challenged, show this and say nothing. Vows of silence are pretty common. 2 to Sarah's Fields. 7, smile on your steps, sisters. There are a few seats left at the back. Loud hosannas, loud hosannas, loud hosannas. Bless my baby, sisters. She's got a cleft palate. Will you lead us in a prayer, sisters? Beseech the gods for Edo Wexley, sisters. Enough now. Leave the sisters be. You can see very well they want to spend their time in silent contemplation. We were left alone for the remainder of the journey, but Barbarella seemed troubled. Close contact with the enemy can have a destabilizing effect until you harden yourself. Sarah's Fields coming up. Sarah's Fields. Holding up okay? I'm still trying to understand. This place is full of contradictions. And fundamentalist madmen. Don't forget that. This used to be a spaceport. Suborbital traffic mostly. A local hub. And now it's a farm. I told you, make do and mend. The doomsday weapon you mentioned. What about it? If Perosia isn't manufacturing anymore, how did they make it? Maybe they bought it. The church trades with the Zatakoi and the Rua Sun Dwellers. Or it could be something they've had all along. The last ace up their sleeves. The inn is always busy. We can lose ourselves in the crowd. Try to blend in. A table, sisters? Yes, please. Bring us some water and a dry crust. How much of Perosia's economy serves the war effort? Most of it, I suppose. Excuse me a moment. Coterie, alarm, breeze block. Ping, 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 ping. Message sent. What? Nothing. I'm just wondering how much of me is real. Well, you checked me out pretty thoroughly at the prison, so you should know. 2 waters, sister. And I've brought you a Vicks on the house. A small animal and a big knife. It's a Vicks, a local variant on the fox. It's meant for sacrifice. For sacrifice? It spoke. Sniff, sniff. They had limited powers of speech like parrots or Miana birds, but they're probably not sentient. Not sentient, probably. Okay, we'll have to wait a while. Make like you're praying. We're less likely to be disturbed that way. You, publican. Yes, Holiness. Come here, now. Have you seen these women? They're escaped prisoners and highly dangerous. They do seem unaccountably familiar. You're welcome to search, Holiness. Damn. Sisters, I'm surprised to see divine hand votaries so far from the front. Perhaps you can help us. Bless my palsied hands, Holiness. Another time, congregant. We're busy here. Please, Holiness, I beg you. I'm only a poor... Get your hands off me, man. Ah! God's above us, I'm cured. I don't need my staff anymore. I can walk. Nonsense, be off with you. He can walk, hallelujah, 7-fold blessings. Holiness, bless my shoulder where the bull gored it. Disperse, I order you to disperse. Bless my gut, Holiness, and keep it from the flux. Touch my gouty leg, Holiness. Right, we'd best be moving on if you're ready. You're our contact. I'm her contact. You're outside my brief. And I'd stay that way for preference, but the Perosians took something that belongs to me. I won't be leaving this planet until I get it back. Those 2, they're the fugitives and the beggar. Bless us, Holiness. Anoint us. 9th Pendrum. Ninth Pendrum. Cell 49. We've been waiting for your signal for 3 days. I was arrested. Sloppy. Sloppy? We just broke out of the most formidable prison on the whole. Later. Kettlesmith, go. Affirmative. Yeehaw. Crack. Now let's address the elephant in the room. There's meant to be 1 of you, not 2. Pendrum, she's clean. Not an answer. Gotta clap, gotta clap, gotta clap. I'm Barbarella. I was Jury's cellmate. We escaped together. And given the importance of her mission, I decided to help. Help! So your proof of good faith is that you're a criminal. I'm struggling with the logic a little, but fine. Just stay out of my way and speak when you're spoken to. Sir, we have problems. Problems? Of course we do. What is it now? There's an ecclesiastical gunship on our tail. Tail? And they're moving in to strafe us. Fuss? More of your chickens coming to roost in my yard? Barbarella, was it? Let me take the reins. I can lose them. No, excuse me. No need. I've got this. Ratch, 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 click! Whoomp! The XNX-4 Intelligent Molecular Bonding Single-Use Cluster Bomb is a very effective weapon. I had never seen one used before in a civilian theater, to be honest. I hope never to see it again. Schlunk. Root. But that was the end of the chase anyway. A firebomb over farmland. I'm not a farmer, I'm a spy. Don't fret, Barbarella. These people are the enemy. If they don't eat, it's all for the better of the war effort. Barbarella, I didn't know that was going to happen. I'm sure. But now that you do know, Jury, what are you going to do? I'm going to finish my mission. If there's a threat to Earth, it's my job to remove it by any means at my command. And innocent lives are just part of the equation. Sometimes you have to set your conscience aside to get the job done, however hard that may be. But it is never hard. Excuse me, I'm reading a little fast on this. But it never is hard. What's hard is stopping. Kind of clap, kind of clap, kind of clap. Approaching perimeter, sir. Hail is dendrite, barometric, fealty. Thank you, Kettlesmith. Respond, serendipity, likeness, velveteen. We're coming home. Slam the door and drop the bolt. Welcome to Cell 49. Make yourselves at home, but don't touch anything. Where are the rest of you people? It's just me. Deacon's got the rest. Okay, perimeter is up and don't seem to have been followed. It's time. Time for what? The handover. You bought a package for me. Not that I'm aware of. Here in the flesh of your shoulder. Installed during your last med check. Convads. Don't worry. I can remove it painlessly. There's a body loom in the corner there. How does a robot come to be a spy, Kettlesmith? The same way a human does, I imagine. Through a combination of skill set, reward, reinforcement algorithms, and random chance. I was a veterinarian, working in the Thousand Martyrs district near the Radiant Witness housing prospects. It was mildly frustrating, but frustrating too. Biological organisms are so badly designed. There are many redundant and imperfect systems. I was forbidden to make improvements. I could only repair. Then one day I had an unexpected visitor. It was Agent Pendrum, fleeing from some armed encounter. He leveled a blaster at me and ordered me to tend to his wounds. After that first time, he never had to coerce me. He became my favorite patient. Not least because he left me free to experiment and refine, to make structural alterations. It was intoxicating, a glimpse into another world. When he invited me to go with him on actual missions, I agreed eagerly. And do you approve of his methods? He's my friend. I love him. Approval and disapproval are not relevant. I thought it was illegal for a private citizen to own a body loom. You're passing as a doctor? No, I'm logged in as a petty sessions judge. The judicial looms control the entire system. What was I carrying? It's a little complicated. I'm not a child or a parcel service. What have you already been told? That my mission concerns a device, a weapon, designed to wipe out all life on an entire planet. Very succinctly put. So how do we find this weapon? We're here to help. I'm not sure I understand you. We don't have to find it. Most of it was here already. And you just brought me the last piece. This genocide device is Earth? Yes. And the planet that's going to be depopulated? This one, Perosia. Pendrum, I wasn't briefed for this. No? Fortunately, I was. What are you planning to do, Pendrum? That's need to know, and you don't. You need to shut up and be somewhere I can't see you. There are galactic protocols. Any explosion big enough to wipe out the Perosians would destroy the whole ecosystem. The same would go for biotoxins or nerve agents. You can't do this. Keep guessing. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, I'll stop you. You'll stop me? No, you won't. Vizark! I think we can agree that this is your mess, Choir. So go ahead and clean it up. And then we'll get to the genocide part. Genocide part. Part 3. Fire and Sword. Ooh, I like this cover. Dispose of the body, Tuh. It's just make work, that's all. I should be with him. I am his strong right hand, his helpmeet. He recruited me personally. I have shared every hardship with him, every triumph. All Agent Choir did was bring the traitor here. Barbarella! Not even an agent, a freelancer of some kind. A flagrant security breach. It should have been me who went with him. Me, not Choir. But I will not reproach him, not by a single word. Perhaps I will look at him and he will ask, "What's the matter, Kettlesmith?" And I'll say, "Nothing, Pendrum." But I'll sigh just a little as if... Sorry to interrupt. Huh? Hush now. It'll be fine. At least there are no grounds for cautious optimism. Tech, 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 tech. Repair damage. Top up blood and blood oxygen. Restore original body config. wine? Well, now that feels like a definite improvement. I wonder. Yes, all present and correct, it would seem. I'll carry out a full inventory later. The problem now, though, is how to find Pendrum before he depopulates the whole planet. Pendrum, what have you done? Yes, go on, that little one. That sounds promising. She was an ally, Pendrum, a friend. She trusted me. I did what I had to do. The mission is what matters. And the mission justifies murder? What am I saying? The mission is mass slaughter. That's inaccurate, but you told me that Perosia would be depopulated. It will, but bloodletting would be kept to a minimum. So it's what, a bioweapon? A plague of some kind? No, and please stop guessing. It's fatuous. We're not going to kill all the Perosians. We're going to help them kill themselves. But those are ground-to-air missiles. I didn't say there would be no property damage. This is a world without sex. Babies are knitted out of recombinant DNA. The genetic materials are stored in low-orbit supply stations for delivery to hospitals and clinics around the world. Destroy the stations and the birth rate drops to 0. But they've still got the body looms. They can refigure their bodies and have babies in the normal way. The church says no, and so does this little beauty, which is why getting it to me was your real assignment. Good girl, and I'm still supposed to believe you're not sentient? Not sentient. So we know the first part of Pendrum's plan, but we need to figure out what jury brought him? He already had the missiles. The missiles? Let's look at that computer for lucky he's left us a clue. We have to stop this. Orbital Gene Lab number 4, manifested will of the divine. Morning shift. Oh, we labor in the vineyards of the 7. We are workers in the service of the light. We dedicate our bodies' strength to heaven, our freely given toil to what is right. Oh, dearie, you mustn't look out of the window. It's a sin to miss your quota. But look, Damas, there's a shooting star. It's so pretty. I'm sure the 7 sent it just for us. Quartoom! Oh, look, choir, fireworks. I'm not interested in your jokes, Pendrum. This may be necessary, but it's still a tragedy. Yeah, but it's Perosia's tragedy. At least that way somebody gets to win. Launcher, touch me not mode. Ratch, clank, ratch. I thought... What? That we'd ride back into town? No, think about it. The Perosian sky jockeys are going to backtrack along our launch vectors. And then they're going to wish they hadn't. What was that you said about unnecessary bloodletting? This isn't the necessary kind. Tying them up here buys us time. We still got a way to go before we're done. Pendrum scuttled the computer. It will only display clips from season 18 of Kevin the Cowardly Clown. The least impressive season, both technically and artistically. Seriously, who signed off on this? Think, little one, destroying the genetic reservoirs means no new births. But if that only works, if the body looms are destroyed, But that only works if the body limbs are destroyed too. Otherwise, the Perosians can have babies in the old-fashioned analog way, and we know that. The judicial looms control the entire system. You'll go to the Hall of Justice, but that's miles from here, and I don't know the way. Damn! Ahem? I wonder if I might be of assistance. Pendrum, there's a such thing as putting your head in the lion's mouth. That's an amusing metaphor, choir, but we're not at risk here. Of course not. 500 armed guards and a deep-field scan, a walk in the park. Our fake IDs are immaculate. Our weapons' hyperpolymers are invisible to Perosian scanners. And I could drop every deacon in sight with a single smart bullet. You fought the good fight, sir. Perosia honors you. It's a sevenfold blessing, stranger. No, it's you who's blessed. Arms well out from your sides, fingers spread. Meditate on the glory of the 7 until the scan is complete. I presume you've taken care of my sexual anatomy? I'm a detail man, choir, and I've been planning this for a long time. I've taken every possible factor into account. We're grateful for your help, and I'm sorry I didn't ask you sooner, mister. Pegasus Heavy, Lift Ultra Comfort 17 Deluxe. Please don't apologize. Quiet, discreet, but unfailingly excellent service is part of my core remit. If you have any specific requests or requirements, I would do my best to satisfy them. I do. As it happens, let's jump over that tumbrel up ahead, and clear it wide enough so we don't trample the mother with the baby carriage. Certainly. Stirrups have been extended for your comfort and safety. Was that acceptable? Wonderful. Would you be prepared to give me a positive review on Mounted Musings? Later, perhaps. Wait, you have access to local digital information streams? Of course. Would you like me to check traffic conditions ahead? No, I'd like you to connect me to the police emergency line. Emergency services, remember that the 7 have a plan for you that may include suffering. Be that as it may, I've got information about an escaped fugitive, the notorious harlot, Barbarella. Having second thoughts, Squire? I'll do my duty. Good, but smile while you do it, would you? Your deadpan is killing my mood. Is this the place? Looks like the place. Hey, this is a restricted area. You can't be in here. You think? Holy Inquisition wet nose. You think? Holy Inquisition wet nose? Inquisition? That's what it says on the badge. Say, is it me or does it smell of heresy in here? I'm a local servant of the Seventh Inquisitor. Honest to gods, I've never had a heretical thought. Not even once. Well, it gladdens my heart to hear that. Praise their holy names. But your loom needs a data patch. Go ahead and open it up. Lone Rider on Artery 9. Unauthorized identification pending. Confirmed. All deacons in Central Sector South. The fugitive Barbarella is inbound along Artery 9. I see her charging plasma cannon. Choom! Oop! Vrash! Local gravity has been adjusted by 90 degrees for your comfort and safety. Work faster. I'm sorry, Inquisitor. I have to clear you through the failsafes. Was that a siren outside? There's always a sin happening somewhere. Proceed. I'm sure I hear gunfire. Shouldn't I? Just authorize me onto the system. Then you can do as you please. Crush! This man means to exterminate your people and sow your planet with salt. Whatever he's asked of you, don't do it. She's a condemned fugitive. Ignore her. Authorize me. I order you in the name of Mother Church. He can't speak in the Church's name. He's an Earth spy. He's already destroyed your stores of genetic material. Now he intends to sabotage the body looms, probably with a virus of some kind. With no way to reproduce, your people will die. Perosia will become a desert. You need to make a choice. Listen to your soul. I think I would like to wait and refer the matter to... No time. Decide. How long will it take to upload your virus, Pendulum? I think it might be longer than you've got. No more from you. You've lost. Of course I've lost. An anonymous caller turned me into the authorities 10 minutes ago, and I didn't exactly arrive here discreetly. Razor Doves. Squire, are you carrying a shield? Yes, I am. Then throw it up while I finish this. Very well, Pendulum. Activated. Vict. Vrek, 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 vrek. The conditions I have to work in. Computer, accept. Upload parameters as follows. Squire, I'm taking control of the mission, Pendulum. I'm sorry. To hell with that. I'm ordering you to... Vrek, 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 vrek. Pegasus, can you rebel gravity as well as bend it? Of course. That's what distinguishes the Pegasus models from the earlier Noble Steed and Workhorse ranges. Then I think we should leave. You saved my life. I'm sorry for mutilating women and calling it a religious duty. If you're sorry, don't do it again. I feel as though I owe you an apology too, Barbarella. I don't have much interest in apologies for the most part. The past is something I move away from as quickly as I can. Doesn't that mean you never learn from your mistakes? I'm not sure I've ever made any, but you can tell me if you feel there's room for improvement. Room for improvement. Many upgrades are available to my basic models: seatbelts, saddles, drink holders, extensible rain hoods, privacy glass. Agent Jury Choir under level 7 seal, adjunct to field report 27-76-093-. Oh, you don't need that. Assuming there's anyone still listening out there, the Perosian Parliament argued it back and forth for a day and a night and another day before surrendering to the inevitable. The religious conservatives agreed in the end that the gods needed worshippers more than they needed purity. Sex went straight from being a sin to being a religious duty, and the body looms were running non-stop night and day to service the endless lines of people who wanted to get right with the gods, ideally in time for the weekend. As a side effect, the war effort collapsed overnight, so Pendulum got that part right. When you're fielding a potential extinction event, you don't want your young, healthy men and women dying from Mother Church. The bedroom was the new front line, along with the kitchen, the living room sofa, behind the bushes in the park, etc. Did I miss anything? Feel like I missed something. But those are the high points anyway. I guess we can sweat the details later, after my court-martial. Thanks for retrieving my ship. I found it in a municipal dump. You sure you don't want to stay? I'm sure. I've always seen standing still as kind of a surrender. Kind of death. Excuse me. I've always seen standing still as a kind of surrender. A kind of death even. But you can travel with me for a while if you like. I've got work to do here. The theocracy still has power over these people. From the cradle to the grave. You still think that? I think they don't have much experience of freedom, and it's hard to get the habit. Give them an instruction manual then. A few helpful hints to start them off. An instruction? Oh, yes, of course. Oh, wow. 4. Pest control. Scatoli Hub 94-28-716. The freighter hand of infinite takes on cargo. Huh. And passengers, it all helps to keep the lights on. Welcome aboard, people. Up to transit wasn't too bumpy. Ship needs a voice sample for security. Say your names. Barbarella. Muldoon. Jubilati Amorum Corbac Manitex K. FACE. Fertile Acres, so you're... I'm overseeing safe delivery of your cargo, Captain Pelbeck. I was actually designer on the project. Good for you. What about you, lady? Reason for trip? My Null D regulator failed again. I'm taking my ship to the orbital workshops at Palladium, and I didn't like the idea of traveling slower than light. Good call. We got a lot of pirates in this quarter. Okay, that's the docking klaxon. Hang on to a stanchion. Ship just locked her force field with those 5 planets out there. Top of the range product from the Fertile Axis corporate entity. Fertile Acres corporate entity, bound for Zhangfan system. This means we're fully loaded, but we can't fire the engine until we've checked field strength and integrity all the way along the chain. Actually, going heavy is a misnomer. It's the planet's mass rather than its weight that... Ow! Mind your head on that mind your head notice. It hangs a mite bit. Crew lounge is over yonder. You're welcome to use it while you're on board. Smells like a goat's ball sack, but it's home. Wouldn't do to have one of those babies go heavy on us out in deep space. You're an RPC, yes, and you're from Earth, once upon a time. The planet-forging technologies I use in my work originated there. How's she looking, Allegro? Tight as a nun's hope chest, Captain. Hey, is it true we got an RPC on board? Yeah, but crew can't fraternize with the passengers. Damn you, Pelbeck. 1.5 billion colonists a year from Earth system alone. 2 billion from Metz, at least as many from Tably. There just aren't enough habitable worlds to take them, which is where Fertile Acres comes in. Exactly. Face makes world to measure out on solar debris. You can specify everything from orbital cycle through to biosphere for a price, obviously. Obviously. Well, it's a bespoke service. Was your fox being sarcastic? No, she's not sentient. Not sentient? Oh, alright then. I finished my drink. I suggest we go back to your cabin and make love. That's unusually forthright. Your race are empaths. You've been aware of my interest since we came on board, and I was able to gauge yours by more conventional means. In that case, yes, and thank you. I'm terrible at relationship protocols, but very good at sex. I won't disappoint you. There are many empathetic races in the universe, but only the Narpisi are projective empaths, able to transmit emotion and sensation telepathically. Sex with an Narpisi is reputed to be a uniquely intense experience. Your own feelings come back to you, amplified by the Narpisi's response to them, and vice versa, a feedback loop of pure pleasure. Are you all right, Barbarella? I know a tumble with one of my kind can be a little overwhelming. I'm fine, Kay, thank you. That was exactly what I needed. It's strange to hear sex described as a need. To my people, it's closer to a sacrament, a communion. I wasn't looking for anything so profound. I hope you weren't either. Not on this occasion, no. But who knows, perhaps a deeper intimacy will grow between us. Perhaps, although we won't be together for long. The trip to Zhangfan will take 9 days by my estimate. That's long enough for anything. Ace over Empress, 5 red. Sure. Did you dig this deck? Shit, did you rig this deck, Pelbeck? Nope. The Empress comes when I whistle is all. Noble House? Is there any other game? Room for one more if you want to lose some weight out of your pockets. How was your roll and ruck with the empath? Very satisfactory. Yeah, I'll bet. Sadly, I'm not allowed to fraternize with either of you. Ship's regs are a real flop. Thoom. Allegro? Engines are fine, sir. That was a gravity quake from Planet 4. Diovado. There are meant to be 100 friggin' fail-safes on those. Never mind. Ranmir, I think we're going to need to jettison the cargo. Initiate undocking protocol. I'll meet you on the aft deck. Aye, sir. Captain, those planets represent a vast investment. My primary duty is to my crew, Mr. K. If your investment goes heavy on us, we'll be pulled in and crushed flat inside of a minute. Would somebody please explain what's happening? I hate to panic without a reason. Great Quake is a pretty sound reason, girlie. See those planets out there? There's Qui-Bon generators down on the surface to neutralize their mass. They're like so many soap bubbles right now. Except that shake back there means one of them went heavy for a second or two, which is to say the field failed and it got its full mass back. You seem to know a great deal about this, Mr. Muldoon. I was a grav engineer on Corona Station for 10 years, or possibly a pirate. What? I knew there was something stinky about you. Are you crazy? Why would I mess with a free planet? To disable a ship. Some would be easy pickings. What should we do with him, Captain? Nothing we can do. It's not like this hand of whatever has a brig. If he's a pirate, it's legit. I think it's Hand of Infinity. It's not like the Hand of Infinity has a brig. If he's a pirate, it's legit too. Just space him. But maybe we should. Captain called it. Space him. Let go of me. You would have killed us in our beds. You're going out of the airlock. Sorry to disagree, but that's not going to happen. The only way out of the airlock is through me. I suggest you don't try. That's a cute little blaster. This is a Gluon 6. So I see, and your ship's got a single hull. Your first shot will kill us all, Allegro. Stand down, all of you. We've got to deal with this damn gravquake. Seems to be quiet right now. Nope, that throbbing in the deck is your aftershock. She's gonna blow again. Then we should go down and repair the generator. I volunteer to go down there with Mr. Muldoon since apparently he's an expert. I can't allow that. Those generators are company property. If you live long enough to sue me, be my guest. I'm in. Someone needs to keep a weather eye on Mr. Muldoon here. Are you both sure about this? I'm sure. If I'm going out of the airlock, I'd just as soon be wearing a suit. Stay, Vix, you can't come. Come, no stay. Open outer doors, Mr. Ranmir. Aye, aye, Captain, and give me continuous readings on that faulty grav field. We're going to pass right between planets 3 and 4. I'd rather not die in the universe's biggest slow handicap. We're passing through the containment field now. Once we're inside, we'll be subject to the planet's natural gravity. So keep your hands on your jets and free fall until you're close enough to brake. Vow. Okay, that went well. Now we've just got to find the generator. Can we assume it's the only manufactured structure on this factory-fresh utopia? Should be, yeah. Then I think we've found it. Okay, got it. Nice job, thank you. Question is, how did it get fritzed in the first place? Well, I think we can rule out normal wear and tear because these are blaster burns. Are you sure you fixed the glitch? I know my job, man. Yeah, but I'm still feeling vibrations. I don't think that's a gravquake. The rhythm is too regular. Almost like footsteps, except the feet would have to be as big as... Big. As big as his? Exactly, as big as his. Whoa, what kind of paradise is this? There's a forest up ahead. We can lose it in the trees. Pillbeck, those aren't trees. We need to get some height. Spook. I don't get it. These FAC worlds are supposed to be full of milk and honey. I guess these bastards have eaten it all. Why are we still here anyway? The charges on our jetpacks are almost exhausted. I imagine we're waiting for the Hand of Affinity to pass directly overhead. Exactly. In 7 hours, she'll be close enough so that we can... Thoom! Roar! Scream! What was I saying? Never mind. I suggest we get some sleep. It's apt to be a long night. Paid extra for a cabin with a view, too. View's not bad. It's a beautiful sunset out there. Fuck. Oh. Another day at fucking paradise. Good girl, Vix. Pillbeck, how close is the Hand of God? Excuse me, the Hand of Infinity, rather. Closest she's gonna come. And still a few thousand clicks, but I reckon we gotta go for it. Helmets up, head for the zenith, and hope your little heart's out. Boof, boof, boof. You made it. That was amazing, guys. My company will certainly offer a substantial. Touch me again, and I guarantee there'll be tears. Is this some kind of joke? If you harm me, you'll answer to fertile acres. I'll take my chances. Captain Pillbeck, that laser flashlight Mr. K carries has a blaster setting. I believe its radius will match the burns we found on the generator's casing. I'll be damned. Spot on. That's absurd. I'm personally responsible for those planets. Exactly. When they became infected with feral megafauna, you panicked. Your reputation and probably your job was on the line. You spiked the generators so the planets would collide and be destroyed. Then you used your empathic powers to stir up hysteria against Muldoon, purely as a smokescreen. That sounds like wild speculation at best. You ought to be ashamed to spread such tales. Ashamed. Miserable. Guilty. Almost. Suicidal. He's right. The universe would be a better place without us. What have we done? Of course it would. Not the blaster, though. You might rupture the hull. Better just to seal yourselves in the airlock and cycle it. That makes sense, thank you. Just let me get clear first. As soon as the inner door closes, hit the button. No, wait. We have to. It's better this way, Barbarella. Don't fight it. Fight it! Pow! Diovato, what happened to us? He did. His empathic powers again. He almost had us. He did have us. Are you immune or something? No, but I had the full effect of those powers at point-blank range when he and I were making love. This was a weaker dose because he cast his net wider, and Vix helped me to break the spell. Zinth, give him a triple dose of lights out. Ought to keep him quiet till we make planetfall as Zhang Fan. Gotta wonder if he was doing this all on his lonesome, though. 'Cause if he wasn't, if he was acting under orders, then those orders most likely came from way on up at the top of the FACE Corporation. It's like you said, this is about reputation, not just K's, though. The whole company's. They won't like that over much. The bottom line is pretty much the only thing they care about. And generally speaking, once they decide that something is hurting their profits, that something doesn't hang around too long. Okay. That's the end of it right there. Getting interesting. Variant covers. Oh, I like that one. It's okay. That's pretty nice. That one's alright. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I like that one. One's okay. That's pretty good. That one's okay. I like it. I don't like that one. That one's good. That's okay. Oh, I love that. That's really good. Oh, wow. I like that. Looks almost like the original Barbarella from the show, or the movie. There's been no TV series or anything. Okay. Not really crazy about that. Ooh, that one looks nice. That one's okay. That one's okay. It's pretty cool. That one's good. I like it. That one's alright, but her eyes look weird. It's okay. That one's nice. Oh, Red Sonja. Mike Carey. Really? She Devil with a Sword. Really like to see that. 018. I think I have this one. And I also have volume 2 to 5. So let's see. 0 to 18. That's a lot. Any requests for that Red Sonja? I'm thinking about doing it anyway, so. Ooh, look at that. Alex Ross, Jim Lee, John Romita Sr., who I believe passed, Michael Turner. Oh, Michael Turner. Arthur Adams, Billy Tan, and Mark Silvestri. Oh, look at them. Just really, really good artists. Artists that draw women the way you can't anymore. Barbarella. Now, that's, if you guys are wondering what we're doing on Halloween, it's going to be a lot of Barbarella. Got the Dynamite Years. We have the classics, the Master Series. We definitely want to go through these. Look at that. Grant Morrison, Mark Miller, Alan Moore, Jeff Loeb, Kurt Buss. Look, all these people have written these sexy stories, and now they're going to complain. Oh, no. You can't go back, buddy. Mike Carey. I don't know who that guy is. Sorry, I don't. And we have some others. We got 1 to 7, original, volume 1. We have these. We would probably start with this. The original archives. But you never know. We may go further. We got a lot of Master Series comics. Definitely want to go through them, though. Good stuff, I'm sure. It's in black and white, by the way. Just a heads up. It's in black and white. So I know you like your manga, but this is right to left instead of... right to left instead of left to right, like you do with... Or, excuse me. This is left to right instead of right to left. Yeah, it's 3 in the morning. 3:30, actually. Betty Page. You guys love that, right? Good stuff. Really good. Yep. Now we have the Bionic Woman. We actually have that. Might be interesting. 55-year legacy. Multiversity Comics. That's Grant Morrison's thing, I think. Barbarella 1 subverts expectations and turns a one-stated character into a veritable female icon. Okay. Well, that's all we've got for this one. We have a team up with Deja Thoris, but I don't even know what Deja Thoris is. So, that's all we're going to do for Grimm's Comics Corner, just so we can get everything, taken care of. I mean, I was going to do the boys, but we're going to do Spawn instead, and we'll bring you the boys later on. I may even do something, because I don't think I can do a Spawn and the boys. That's like 400 pages of comics. A lot, guys. Alright, so at any rate, this is the Grim Lord, and I'm out for Grimm's Comics Corner with Barbarella.